We're not.
Hey, happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
This is it's June 18th. Happy Monday,
18th.
everyone. And this is the 10 at, 12 something. The 10 at 12:16. How's that?
Okay.
So do you want to tell everyone why we're a little late today for the 10 at 10?
We are a little late today for the 10 at 10.
Would you like to tell people why we're a little late?
Sorry, I'm on the wrong side. I feel weird.
Do you want to switch?
I don't know.
Here, let's switch.
Sorry, my leg got stuck. Okay.
We're back.
Sorry, it's just. Let's get over it. Okay.
So here we are.
Hi. I don't
So
know.
I have my cup of coffee
No,
today.
give it back.
Oh, well, I need my water bottle over there.
I haven't had my coffee yet today.
I'll get it.
Okay, sorry. We're not used to being in the house.
So the reason we're late today,
Oh, yes. We went to Discover Your Voice
yes,
camp opening.
and it was
this
so much
morning.
fun because it's an Olympic theme this year, and
So
so
Mark got to carry the torch.
so they had like the torchlight, and we have this little campfire thing that we're using for VBS where you flip the switch and the flames come up, and
It's a cauldron.
A cauldron.
It's very cool.
And so I had this little inflatable torch and came and touched the cauldron, and Linda Cronky pushed the button and the flame came up. It was kind of fun. So anyway,
It was cool.
it was just so cool to see all the kids that are there and just learning to use their voices, whether it is through a machine or through sign language or all different ways
So we
for
clapped.
augmentative or alternative communication is what these kids and the people who care for them and work with them are just learning how to communicate better. And it's just an awesome. They did show and tell. Like there were things in a bag, and you had to guess.
Oh yeah,
Like
it was very
what
cool.
color is it? So the kids were asking. Is it something
Yeah, I
you
used
play
the talking
with?
machines.
And so it was awesome. It is so good for us to use our church facility for things like this. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Sorry, everybody's blurry.
And we're right in the middle of VBS, our BK Summer Sundays. So those are going well. Youth group had a pool party last night. I mean, things just keep going and going and going. These are exciting days at the bridge.
Yeah, we've been busy. Mark got some shoes. Sorry. I'm just kind of scattered right now. We don't usually do this after we've been out and about and doing things. Usually it's kind of like,
Yeah, we're
first
kind
thing.
of starting the day.
And usually
but-
we're outside. Being outside is better.
Yeah.
You can hear the little wind chimes.
It was kind of a weird time since we're doing it later, like where we usually sit. The sun was shining through, and so it was like little
Yes, issues with
stripes of sunlight. It was kind of weird.
Anyway, but it's a good week because the camp is going to be going on all week at the church, which is really cool. And we get to go to summer camp with the middle schoolers. I get to go to summer camp with the middle schoolers next week. So I won't be here Monday. I'll be traipsing through the forest,
Wow.
drinking my coffee under the pine trees. It's going to be cool.
At Forest Home, good times with the middle school kids.
But yeah, I'm very excited about going.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. It seemed like there was other things to talk about.
Well, go ahead.
Summer Sundays have been super cool.
Yes.
I'm sad because I won't be able to be there next Sunday because we'll be driving up to Forest Home, but I'm super excited too.
But I'm excited because I get to do the Bible story at Summer Sundays next Sunday.
Mm.
So I'm going to preach in the English service, and then during the Spanish service, I will be doing the Bible stories for the kids.
Yes,
at
and I
Summer
just
Sundays.
prepared some special little sensory
Yeah.
things for that. Is that what it's called? Sensory things?
Well, it's like frankincense, and
I wasn't going to tell them what it was.
it's a mystery.
It's a surprise. Don't tell your kids. Go with the
The mystery. I'll leave
Yes.
everything else a mystery because there are other sensory. That's one of like 3 or 4 sensory items for the Bible story.
Anyway.
So good times coming up.
So, anything else to talk about?
Oh, I can go on and on.
Okay, I'll drink my coffee.
We had like our small group Bible study for the high school boys at
Ooh, how'd that go?
Jack in the Box, and it was awesome. So we're working through the parables. So we looked at the prodigal son last week, and it was just so cool to be there and have some good old Jack in the Box tacos and curly fries and milkshakes and whatever else we ingested. there. But just to hear these guys, just their insight into the prodigal son was just awesome. I loved it. I loved it.
Very cool.
You're being very quiet.
I am. I don't know why. I haven't had my coffee yet. I'm having my coffee at, what time is it?
It's probably like 12:20 at this
Yeah.
point. So
First cup of coffee at 12 kind of messes up my day.
okay, maybe this will help get you started.
What?
Susan does a great job of telling like a dad joke. Do you have a joke?
No. Okay. Who has Google? The little Google dots. Google dot? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Google. It's Echo Dot. Google.
It's like the Hey Google thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the little guy that creepily listens in on all your conversations and records everything you're saying. But if you ask Google, say, "Hey Google, tell me a riddle," or
It's pretty much life changing.
it takes you on this little like quest of amazingness, and she's like, the flat sense of humor, and ours is British, and so, or maybe she's Australian. I don't know. She has weird, not weird, different accents, but she's like, "Oh, it's a pirate ship. Don't step in that goo," or not, or I'm saying the wrong things, but it's very cool. So, yeah, I was going to tell a riddle, but I forgot it. So
I can tell a joke.
why? Susan does that.
I know.
She's very good at that. We're not.
Okay. So
I just
we'll
wanted to tell you about the Google Nest thing because that's super cool.
Although our anchor management joke was pretty good last week.
Did you tell that one
Yeah, I did.
on this?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that's
It was
odd.
good stuff. Good stuff. So there are things coming up.
Oh, summer camp. Can
Oh.
you tell I'm excited?
The women's Bible study.
Oh yeah, that's tonight.
That's been going well. There's also a women's bunko night coming
What
up.
is that? Oh, that's not next week. But it's the
It's
next
first week in
because
August?
I get to go to it.
There's a beach day
Oh.
and baptism coming up at the end
The
of the
end of
month.
August.
It's always good.
No, the end of July. Wow.
End of July and the end of August. And we're also doing a men's breakfast,
Oh, when is that? Can I come?
August 13th. You cannot. I will not go to bunko night. You cannot come to the breakfast.
We're gonna have to have
Although
lots of fun snacks. At Bunko
Although
Night.
there was a group of men that got together to go see Top Gun. We were
Mhm.
like going out to dinner and going to see Top Gun. And somehow Jill ended up at the very same theater right behind us. I'm still not quite sure how
I
that
know.
happened,
I
but
was just going to see a movie with a friend.
so maybe you will show up at the men's breakfast after
You never
all.
know.
I
Oh,
don't know.
hey, I just happened to come hang out at church with my
Hey,
friend.
and one other, James Pack did it also. I don't think you've been able
I
to
haven't
listen
listened to it yet. That's what I'm doing the rest.
But
That's what I'm doing the rest of the day. That's my day. Listen to the story. No, I'm kidding. There's
But
a lot of
he did such a nice job with that passage. So thank you, James, if you're watching the 10 at 10. Thank you for just sharing the word with us. Just that main point that Jesus is worth it. That she took something that was so valuable to her that would have been worth, just thousands and thousands of dollars today. And
it still is worth a lot because I looked up nard, and because I was making something to do with sensory smells. Anyway, but spikenard is an essential oil that they used for that. I think they said it's kind of like close to that, but I do not have that
not
oil.
to be confused with oxnard,
No.
which
But
is
it's
different-
very expensive still. So back then, it was even more expensive because they don't have all the cool stuff we have now to extract and do all that stuff.
Well, and one thing James brought up, it's not local to there.
Mm,
It would have been brought in from like India or, that it's not.
that's true. It's an Indian spice.
So
I
it's,
think.
it's not, it would have been even more valuable. And, just the thought of taking this and,
Isn't that a burial oil?
yeah, and that's what the passage goes on to say that Jesus said she was preparing me beforehand for burial.
And, okay, I don't know if he said this. Sorry, I was reading up about essential oils and burial stuff because I was researching what.
We're not saying why.
We're not saying why, but a lot of research went into it.
She's
and
planning to bury me. That's
it is legit, and the what's the word? It's authentic. They're going to experience next week.
Where?
It's at BBS.
Oh, I thought we were going to.
Stuff anyway. But as I was doing my research, what was I going to say?
You ran across nard.
Yeah, but then I was saying something else.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that it helped. Like I don't know. This is somebody probably reading into it because it's not like biblical, but it said that this oil like helps to relax you and relieves tension, and that helped like, I don't know that Jesus got stressed out, or if that's technically a sin to be stressed out because, he cried drops of blood. These are deep thoughts I have, honestly. I think about these things a lot.
I think you're adding a little bit to the passage.
Yeah, but no, I think through like, okay, so because Jesus was fully human. So as fully as humans, we experience all these emotions, and the emotions aren't sin. It's how you
Right.
react
Oh,
to
yeah.
emotions.
Yeah.
So he experienced stress. It's how he reacted to the stress. Anyway, but then the spikenard, the nard stuff, it like relaxes you and takes away tension and stress. So that aroma and feeling that, it probably helped him to relax because he knew what was coming. So
Interesting thought.
that was really cool because you don't think about it that, Jesus could have been super tense, and that she poured this oil on him to help him relax, or to just prevent, what's the word? I hate it when words don't come out. Help to create an environment of like calm and relaxing for him, because I'm sure Jesus appreciated that.
Oh, very
Because
much so. But then it's the disciples that were like, hey, wait a minute, that money could have been sold and given. We could have used it for so much better purposes than this.
and it was already done though. Why would they complain about it?
But I
It was a
love Jesus'
beautiful-
response. She has done a beautiful thing. She has
Yeah.
done what she could. And the point that James made at the end of the
Mhm.
message was that Jesus is worth it.
Mm.
He's worth it.
Yes.
I
He's
mean,
worth pouring out this expensive perfume on.
Yeah.
Because, because even some of these, some of these oils, it was interesting because I was looking, okay, I'll just tell you. As I was looking for what oils did they use, like, because it says they prepared spices and aloes, but aloes were kind of like ground up wood, and myrrh is, the sticky, it's almost like a sappy thing. So it actually doesn't smell great. It does have a smell, but it's these expensive oils that,
Mhm.
if you look for all those spices and oils that they use, those are the expensive ones.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, part of me is like, oh, okay, one drop for, people to smell, but I mixed it. It was anyway. So in making that, it just kind of reiterated that, it's okay to use these expensive things to have the children experience. This is, these are the smells that were associated with burying Jesus, and they were expensive and they were extravagant. But, to anoint his body, that was worth it to them to spend that money and to use those things on him.
And I think it's such an interesting contrast in Mark's gospel because, you have the widow who came with the two mites, the two half pennies,
Mhm.
and she gave all she had. I mean, that's the phrase Jesus used. She gave everything that she had. She gave, and then you have probably Mary taking this expensive, alabaster jar of ointment and this extravagant gift, and Jesus used the phrase, "She did what she could," and this is a beautiful thing.
Mhm.
And anytime the gospel is proclaimed, forever people will talk about what she did.
Yeah.
And we
They do.
are. And but it's just this, sometimes, giving out of the little we have is what brings honor to the Lord. Sometimes giving out of the abundance of what we have is what brings honor to the Lord.
And it's not just stuff either, or monetary things. It's time and energy. And, some people are like, I work full time. I can't, go spend a week decorating for Vacation Bible School, whatever. But what you can do is take an hour on a Sunday morning to go help out over there. Or, we were just talking as we were doing the voice.
Discover your voice.
Discover your voice. Sorry, my brain is not working. But just as, as we welcome individuals that have different disabilities, or, certain neurodivergent type things or anything like that into our church, some of them need some buddies on Sunday to hang out with them and, go to the kids' place, or just to, be able to walk around, or, do something if they're not able to sit through the service. And that's something that you can do. You can give what you have if you're able to go walk around with somebody with disabilities. And so that their parents who are with them all the time
Yep.
can just be able to spend an hour worshiping God, and doing that as a service to these families that give so much to their
Right.
children with the disabilities. So that's just something to think about too, because that's going to be a huge need, because we really want to welcome people in our church that have any type of a disability. We're welcoming to anyone. And so as we continue to welcome people in, we're going to need people to give what they can.
Yep.
Walk around and, hang out with somebody. So anyway, just
Well, and then
different things I'm thinking
tonight
about.
we're meeting with the people who work with our youth ministry, and kind of the same thing. We're starting this search for a new worship youth pastor, but we've got this interim time.
Yeah,
where we
Dee's,
just
Dee's
just
going to
want,
be taking a break, and so there's going to be this group of volunteers that,
and we just want to focus on discipling kids,
and we
that
need
means
more people
we
that are
need people.
willing to lead a small group on a Sunday night or something.
So just kind of giving what you have. I mean,
Yeah.
it's these are awesome times to be able to serve and to be a real blessing.
And I've realized, I love teenagers. I can hang out with teenagers all day. I love children, but creating order with children, whew, I can do it, but man, it's exhausting. It's not exhausting for me to be around teenagers, but it's exhausting to, try to corral all the little ones, which it's been amazing and I have loved it. But everyone has all these different gifts. And so, if you're like love teenagers and are like, oh my gosh, I would love to hang out, because middle schoolers are amazing. They're so much fun.
Yeah.
And you've got, I know there are people I've talked to that have been like middle school teachers. They're like, oh my gosh, I love teaching middle school. It's so awesome. And so anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. Just everybody has different gifts. But yeah, don't get me wrong. I have loved hanging out with the kids. Seriously, they're so amazing.
I am noticing the little time clock up there, and we've gone for a long time
okay,
today.
Sorry, we got started slow. But
and those of you that are watching, we have people watching live right now.
Hey,
so hey,
hello
watching. Everyone. Thanks for joining in. And these are just good days. God is at work.
Yeah,
Christ
we love our
is
church.
risen. He's living and active within the Bridge Church, and just so many fun things to celebrate. Yeah,
I've got my Watch for God bracelet on. We gave these to all the kids, and it honestly, I look down at this all the time, and it reminds me, okay, watch for God.
Oh, that's great.
So during the day, watch for God. God is at work. God's at work in us. God's at work through us. God's at work around us, and He wants us to notice that, not just go through the day and let it happen, but to go through the day and really focus on, oh, what's God doing? What's God doing in this? What's God doing in that? And sharing with each other, hey, what's God doing in your life? And encouraging one another as there's a verse. Spur one another on, encouraging. I don't know. I kind of blend verses sometimes, but
Hebrews 10.
Well, I don't know references. Tell me what it says.
That's what I'm telling you. Yeah.
But what does it say?
And let us consider how to spur one
yes.
another on to love and good deeds, and to encourage one another all the more as you see the day
yes,
approaching.
that's the verse I was thinking of.
So, all right. God bless you, everyone. Have a great rest of your Monday.
Have a wonderful day.
Thanks for finding us at 10 at 12,
or
16
or
or whatever.
Whatever.
All right. God bless. We'll see you soon.